But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down and 3. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game that we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Sanders, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Sanders again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Pascal, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now a swing pass, it's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Goes right back to Smith again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia. Throwing is Hurts. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
19 Lions. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Stop your check. 26 Mike. Let's go. Ready, go.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 48 yards on the ground.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 1st down, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
First throw there taken in by Smith. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Hurts sets up to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
2nd down and goal. Hurts. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Forced out to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without development.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. Here's a diving catch right side. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now, that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
A give to the tight end, Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Flush to his right. complete. Smith, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play fake. Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They go play action with Hurts. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Back to throw here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. On 2nd and a yard, Hurts rolling to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick. And we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things all game, but The self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. To throw again on second down. Hurts. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick.
And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the...
And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now this is Kelsey, a tight end carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the defense out in timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. One final try from Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, they close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous. I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue. I make him pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. impossible, impossible.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get the chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. Hands Cheeto, she a pack. Finna, guarantee though. Move back, type of view is that on the globe. It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that in the mirror oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't cough drop. Tell them hard for their help.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right. Where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Winston. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Play action now, Winston.
That one complete downfield to Thomas.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Jameis to throw it. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And all in all, pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 34. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 39, Hurts. Flushed out right. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 75 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Play fake. Winston. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, Winston.
On the slant, complete to Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
On the move past the 40.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. They go play action. Winston. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 29 yards.
And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll go again with Sanders.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown, 49 yards.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Off the play fake, Winston. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Winston to throw for it on 4. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Following the interception, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, Winston. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. He's going to go up top again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Hey, come on now. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield, because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Winston now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Winston. Sliding out of the pocket.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Jameis again. And he comes back with one complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw is Winston. On target over the middle of the hill. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here we go with Kamara. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Throwing is Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard.
Finding room at midfield. Look at the big fella go. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Winston now from the 50. That's caught. The tight end Hill.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Winston to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A quick throw, but incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
23 yards on the play. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Winston. He finds Hardy on the slant. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And it's a big play there to secure the football. And, folks, we are headed to overtime.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Back to throw. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. He's going to have the first down, and more than that. There he goes again, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a third.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Well, that one hurt, CD. They were in field goal range. They wanted that touchdown, understandably, but now a field goal on the other side would beat them.
And when you get the ball first in overtime, you're thinking to yourself, nothing less than a field goal, but you really want the touchdown. You don't want to put the onus on your defense to try and hold. In this case, they put it on them anyway, but at least they were aggressive, trying to get the score that would have ended the game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. What can Winston do in the OT now?
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Winston's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing, Winston. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On second down, Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Check. 18.
Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
18 Cardinal, 19 Lion.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
It's caught, Smith. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
19 tight.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Finding Watkins.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, that's Smith. A nice catch.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
18 Cardinal.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And some room to roam now. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game.